Hello and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. Thank you guys all so much for being here, your continued love and support here on the channel. So we're going to do a quick pick a card. Every time I say quick, hopefully it doesn't turn into too long because I've got some stuff going on. So I just wanted to do a quick reading for you guys and we'll see what is coming through for you guys. But we're going to be pulling one of these cards. And we're going to be seeing whatever it is that comes through. Okay, so this could be, I guess, like a mystery pick a card for you guys, and whatever you feel kind of that you resonate with the most. We're going to be looking into what the message is surrounding that energy for you all. I need one more crystal over here. Let's do this. Carnelian. Okay. So those are the three crystals, and Spirit is telling me 4. So we're going to do 4. So for group 1, we've got an autumn obsidian. For group 2, we have opalite. For group 3, we have a carnelian little heart here. And then for group 4, I need another crystal. Let's do this yellow Aventurine. Okay, so I'm going to pull one of these for each card to see what comes through. Mystery topic. So for group 1 with the autumn obsidian, we have saving grace, and it says forgiving yourself and others heals the wound and sets you free. Group 2 with opalite. If you do feel drawn to more than one of the groups, that is perfectly okay for today's reading. We have Harmony's Call, and it says, embrace equality and pursue justice. Keep an open mind as answers unveil your path to balance. Group 3 with the Carnelian Heart. We have the Vortex of Creativity. Spiral into your creative vortex, unleashing imaginative power to manifest your dreams into reality. And group 4, we're going to take this top one here. It says duality dance. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. Okay. So those are the choices. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a closer look. So group 1, again, we've got saving grace here with the autumn obsidian. Group 2, we have Harmony's Call and the opalite. Group 3, we have the Vortex of Creativity with the Carnelian. And then group 4, we have Duality Dance. And that is with the yellow Aventurine. So those are the choices for today. Okay, we're going to be going off of the message here on this card. Like I said, if you feel drawn to more than one, perfectly okay for today's reading. Pause the video if you need more time, and I will see you guys each at your reading. Hi, group 1. So those of you that resonated with saving grace, this is going to be your reading today. And so your card says, forgiving yourself and others heals the wound and sets you free. Okay, and I'm noticing that there's a chain that's here. So this could be feeling some type of connection, maybe to someone else, a person, a situation, that you still might be holding on to energetically. And so there could be, again, that need for forgiving yourself or another person. And I know sometimes forgiveness, when we're thinking about it, like to forgive another person, can sometimes be very difficult for us, because in a way we might feel like it's, especially if the thing that this person has done has not been so great, that we might feel that it's just, it's wrong, and we're perfectly okay to think in that way. But the forgiveness, I feel like, is more so that for you to do for you. Okay, it's not in any way implying that what they've done is, forgivable by any means, or that it is acceptable, that that it's okay. But I feel like the forgiveness comes more so from you and your detachment with that person or whatever that situation is, so that we can free ourselves energetically from the burden of resentment or anger or whatever pain could be associated with that situation. Okay, it's something that we do for us, not for the other person. So let's see, group 1. Group 1, what is your message about this saving grace? Page of Wands. Four of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with an fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We've got Justice. Yeah. So I feel that some of you, this person could have surely have been somebody who has wronged you. Okay, we do have Justice present. And we may not be, wanting to talk to this person. This could have been a person who rejected us, who pushed us away. Take it how it resonates. But I feel like there's something that you could be holding on to and like wanting justice in this situation. Some kind of justice here. I feel like some of you might still be a little angry, okay, and have some things to say to this person, wanting to defend yourself or wanting to say something to them, to help you to, maybe to help you to heal. Maybe wanting to confront them. Yeah, we've got the 10 of Wands here. That's the burden. 8 of Cups is at the bottom. So I do feel like Spirit is saying, whatever this is, okay, it's going to be different for all of you. But I feel like for some of you where this person has wronged you, that you are wanting some form of recognition here, some form of maybe even validation, wanting them to acknowledge even. Sometimes like when someone hurts us, we want them to acknowledge how much something that they've done to us has hurt us. We want that. We want them to know and to feel and to just, something like that. But I feel like in some way with justice showing up, I do feel like this is confirmation from the universe that the universe has seen there's already the checks and balances that are kind of happening behind the scenes. Meaning the universe is taking care of it. Okay. The universe is taking care of it and doing what needs to be done in terms of justice. But I do see where Spirit is saying here that there's still healing that you need to do surrounding what this situation is. And it's still something that's weighing on you. And there is a need for emotionally disconnecting, detaching from this person or this situation, because you're still carrying it, right? As that heaviness, as that burden. And I do feel like the universe is trying to direct you on a new path, in a new direction. And because we could still be holding on to this energetically, there could be other things, other opportunities that the universe is trying to show to you or trying to lead you towards. And this connection to this person, this attachment, or to this person, to this situation, to this wound, is something that is distracting you. Okay, we're being distracted by the need for justice. I want them to this, I want them to that, or I want them to, sometimes we get really angry and we feel like I want them to get their karma. We want them to know or to feel what it is to go through what they may have put us through. Okay. So I want to clarify the Four of Cups here, but we do have Libra energy here as well, Aquarius, Gemini energy here as well. So let's look at this Four of Cups. Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. So some of you, this could even be surrounding rejection, abandonment, being shut out by somebody, which of course is not a good feeling. Being abandoned. And it could be something that we feel confused by, like, hey, why did they do this? Why did they do this to me? We could have a lot of emotions still wrapped up in a situation like this. It could have been a very overwhelming situation. And it may even be something that we internalize, that we start to feel unworthy. We start to feel not good enough. Or start to internalize the rejection and start to think that there's something wrong with us. And I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles energy here, this connection could have also been something that could have been teaching you karmically about your self-worth. About you learning to feel more secure within yourself and to have a strong sense of self. So even if a person does something like this, that we don't allow it to affect us maybe in the way that we have in the past. Okay. Now that can certainly also be something that we do to someone else, right? Because this card is talking about also forgiving yourself, because we can do the same thing to another person, where we shut out a friend, or we shut out a family member, or we shut out a romantic partner, and we end up making them feel that rejection or them feeling that abandonment. So whichever way that this might go. So this is where we have to maybe not allow ourselves to sink so deeply into those emotions, where we allow the choice that we've made to weigh on us. I'm getting another situation here for some of you where you may have even outgrown a friendship, or maybe that friendship was something that no longer served you and you had to make the decision to remove yourself from it, from a friend group, or a situation, and you feel bad because you chose yourself. The Justice card is about doing what is best for your highest good and those that are involved. you know? So if we do have to remove ourselves or choose to walk away, you know, maybe we need to not let ourselves feel guilty. If a situation is not balanced, if it's not fair to you, if you feel like you're not being treated fairly by other people, you know, you removing yourself from that situation is the best thing that you can do for yourself mentally and emotionally. Okay? So this may even be feelings of, you know, that you have over maybe leaving. I do feel like with that Six of Wands there, you know, the Six of Wands is about recognition. It's about appreciation. So maybe you feel like, wow, this person didn't appreciate me. They didn't value me. They didn't see me. And that hurts. You know, I want them to acknowledge me. I want them to recognize me. Hold on, you guys. My dog is like trying to eat my tarot cards over there. Okay. So I want to ask Spirit here what your advice is here. Actually, let's clarify justice first. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Some of you, I feel like this could be about love, romantic partner situation, and this could be about you moving towards new love. Maybe it's moving away from a person who didn't acknowledge you, didn't see you, didn't treat you fairly, didn't treat you with respect, wasn't honest with you, you know, things of that nature, where it's better for you to move forward towards, you know, people, connections, situations that are better aligned for you. Okay. Sun, yeah. So the sun energy can be about joy and happiness and success. You know, in some way, I feel like Spirit could be confirming here that this situation, this experience that you've had with this person, some of you in a way have, I feel like some of you are still in the process, but some of you, I feel like you've seen what you needed to see, and now it's done. Now it's time to let go of the energy associated that, because the lesson has already been played out. It's already, for some of you, it's already been learned. Now we need to let go of the energy and the attachment to that person or to that situation. Okay, it's come to a place of completion. What needed to be illuminated, what you needed to see, was seen. Okay, all right, so let's pull any other advice here. We've got resistance. So maybe the resistance comes with letting go. Okay, with moving on. Yeah, some of you are still kind of holding on to this person or this situation here, and it could be affecting I feel like the balance within inside of yourself, that if you do let go, right, energetically, it's going to help to bring you into karmic balance. Okay. I want to ask Spirit here, where is the resistance? But I kind of feel it's with the letting go. Why is the resistance here, Spirit? The Strength card, the Queen of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, that would be moving forward here. The Wheel of Fortune is about not trying to control the situation. It's about, in a way, using your own discernment, not trying to force a situation with a person. It's just release control. If the universe is trying to move you forward, there's a need for us to let go, right? And we're still holding on here in that Ten of Wands. Maybe there's certain things that we're still holding on to mentally, even with that Queen of Swords. Resisting the truth or resisting your soul's truth. Of the need for moving forward. The need for change. The need to, at this time, let it go. Okay, let the person go. Let the situation go. Okay, we've also got Leo energy here. All right, so that is all that I have for you, Group 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Group 2. So those of you that resonated with Harmony's call here, it says, embrace equality and pursue justice. Keep an open mind as answers unveil your path to balance. So embracing equality and pursuing justice, which I feel like is about something that is balanced for you, something that's in alignment, something that is the right choice. So let's see where your tarot is taking this message. Being treated fairly by people, especially if this involves other people. Maybe asking yourself, is this person, is this situation truly in alignment for me? Group 2, that was fast. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. What is the message here about Harmony's call? Judgment. Judgment is a call. It's a wake-up call. It's an awakening. It's about answering the call. Ten of Cups. I feel like it's your happily ever after that's calling you. To get into alignment with it. Which means that we've got to let go of things that are not serving us. That are not truly in alignment. We've got the Queen of Swords. The Lovers. Some of you, I feel like this is the person that you're meant to be with. Okay. Yeah, we've got High Priestess here. Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Some of you, this might have to do with an inner calling that you have. Some of you, it is romantic, but others of you, this has to do, I'm seeing Eight of Pentacles at the bottom. Some of you, this has to do with your destined career path. And your intuition is screaming loudly at you, okay, to answer the call, to get into alignment. And I feel like some of you have already received this message, but you've been avoiding making the changes to your life. That could mean leaving a job, leaving a career field. Some of you, it could be leaving a relationship that you're in if you're not happy in it. And you feel that the relationship or relationship situation is not serving you. And this is being super honest with yourself about it. That there's a need for you to start putting in the effort towards aligning with your destined path. That's what I feel like this is about for you. Some of you, it's the person that you're meant to be with. Others of you, this has to do with your career. Okay. Some of you might even be in that place where you've studied and you've got the knowledge, you've got the wisdom, and that inner calling could be teaching, sharing that wisdom and knowledge. Writing could be another thing here. Yeah, it's like there's a need here for making like a big life decision here and a need to make a choice. Make a choice. So let's look at this High Priestess here. Now we've got Pisces, Gemini, Taurus, Scorpio, Libra, and Aquarius. Why is the High Priestess here? Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Swords in reverse. Some of you, I feel like your intuition is telling you you're overthinking it. Stop overthinking it and trust your intuition. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith. It's about opening yourself up to possibilities. For some of you, this might be leaving a relationship or a marriage, okay? Being single, being independent, getting a divorce for some of you. Some of you, I'm getting that there might be a need for being more self-sufficient. Like your intuition is telling you that if you want to leave this marriage or you want to leave this long-term relationship and you're worried about financial security, this is a time for you to start working on, it's like a nudge from your intuition to start working on getting your finances in order. Okay. For others of you, this might even be about entrepreneurship. As the Nine of Pentacles can be about financial independence, it's about being self-sufficient and self-made. So, what is this Two of Pentacles here? Four of Pentacles. Some of you are kind of like stuck in the comfort zone because something or someone, fill in the blank, is a source of security. And you're afraid of change. You're afraid of letting go. You're afraid of stepping outside of your comfort zone. There's a lot of overthinking here. A lot of getting in your head. Anxiety, stressing, worrying. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Queen of Wands. Maybe some of you have a passion that you want to pursue and you're needing to get your ideas in order, organize your thoughts, and move forward with it. Have the willpower to go after it, the determination, set things in motion, basically get going. Get going. Okay. Your destiny's calling, group 2. It's time to go. It's time to get into alignment. No more messing around. I feel like is what your intuition is saying. No more messing around, group 2. What is your advice? Any other messages? Displacement, yeah. Maybe some of you, there's a situation that you're involved in right now that's not aligned for you. Okay? You're in the wrong direction. So harmony's call, judgment calling, redirecting you. So the insight is what we gain by tuning into the intuition and also using logic with that so that we're able to make the best decisions for ourselves. But there's something that needs to come to an end here with the displacement where you could be going in the opposite direction of where destiny is calling you. So this is the need to about face, about face and get into alignment. Okay. This waterproof here. I almost feel like there's a need for you to remove your feelings and your emotions out of this situation and to really tune into, I feel like to set the emotions to the side about it and to think logically about it with that waterproof card here. Okay. There's a need for you to trust your intuition and where it's leading you here. The Ace of Wands is here, which is about divine inspiration, a creative spark. So some of you might have already received that, right, as a download from Spirit, Source. And there's a need for you to trust it and move forward with it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to leave this here for you, group 2. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, group 3. So those of you that resonated with the vortex of creativity and the Carnelian, your card says spiral into your creative vortex unleashing imaginative power to manifest your dreams into reality. So the vortex of creativity. I like that you have the Carnelian here too, the orange color, which is the sacral chakra, which is the seat of creativity. Okay, so what is the message for group 3 about the vortex of creativity? We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Fool, the Judgment card, the Ace of Wands, King of Cups, the Magician, I like it, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and then at the bottom we've got the Six of Wands. Okay. I feel that because we have the Five of Pentacles energy here, which can certainly block us from following that creative inspiration, that creative spark. Because I feel like with whatever this is here that the universe is bringing to you in terms of creative inspiration is something that is in alignment for you, but some of you are getting caught up in that Five of Pentacles way of thinking, which is about a lack of resources. So this kind of feels like there's something here that you're meant to do in terms of your creativity, that you are going to receive what you need in order to kind of make this happen because it's in alignment for you. You are going to be given the resources, or there could be a person who's coming in to your life. So pay attention to new people that you do meet. Okay, maybe a new friend. It could even be, you know, really anybody. Somebody here who's coming to you here to offer you something. And in a way, it's kind of like the universe bringing this person into your life to... Maybe this person is bringing in inspiration. Maybe the person is delivering something they say to you, inspiring you through something they say. And it kind of inspires you to kind of take some kind of leap of faith here. There's a need for you to move past this Five of Pentacles because that can block you here. The Six of Wands, I feel like this opportunity that's coming here is going to be something where you are successful. It's going to be a milestone, some kind of accomplishment. The Six of Wands can also be about receiving the recognition that you deserve, right? So this creative idea is something that is meant to be seen. There could be public recognition here, other people noticing you, other people noticing this work or something that you're creating here. And there's a need for you to focus your intention on taking that inspiration and really kind of delving into it to create something here. I feel like this, though, could be a block. The Five of Pentacles has to do with scarcity mindset, meaning we feel that our needs are not going to be met. We've got a lack of resources, or that something is just not possible for us. We can't make it happen. And I feel like the universe is saying that's not true. Okay, you are going to be provided for, but there's a need for you to kind of be open to stepping outside of your comfort zone, taking some kind of leap of faith here, because for some of you, this is a calling of something that you're meant to create here. And perhaps it's something that you feel strongly emotionally connected to. It's something that makes you happy with pursuing whatever this might be. Maybe it is a creative pursuit, and it could be something that you can monetize. Okay? Maybe it's something that's going to bring in wealth. For some of you, it could even be something that helps you in terms of entrepreneurship. Okay? So there's a need for you to trust the inspiration or what you're being inspired to do and how this is coming to you, and to not doubt it, to not get caught up in that Five of Pentacles way of thinking. Okay? Trust that you are going to be provided for with what this is. Okay? So let's take a look at this full energy. Now we do have Aquarius, we've got Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and then we've got Earth energy here, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Why is the Fool here? The Hangman in reverse. So yeah, some of you, this could be moving out of a place of stagnancy or indecision about this. And the Emperor is really about taking decisive action. This is being more disciplined. This is the energy of like getting things done. Creating and building a foundation with whatever this idea is. The Emperor is also about being disciplined, being organized, creating some type of structure. So maybe if it's like a business idea that you have, that you start kind of really putting the pieces together to kind of build something solid for yourself. It is a very action-oriented energy. The Emperor is also leadership. So we're taking the lead here, moving out of indecision, moving out of stagnancy. And there's the Empress. I love it. Okay. So the Empress is the creativity. The Empress is the birthing of something new, but the Emperor is the masculine. So we need both of these to work together, right? We've got the creativity here coming in, but the Emperor brings form and structure to what the Empress is creating in order to bring it into physical manifestation. So this is where you get both of these things to work, because what good are they without the other, right? If all we have is like, wow, I've got so many creative ideas, but what are we going to do with them, right? We've got to start building. We've got to start taking action and have both of our energies come into balance to work together in order to bring forms to something. Okay. What is this Ace of Wands here? The Devil. Six of Swords. Three of Cups. I want to look at what this Devil energy is. Queen of Pentacles and the... Oh, okay. Some of you, I feel like this is moving towards your joy here, moving towards something that makes you happy. Some of you might be needing to move on from a workplace that is limiting you, that is holding you back, where you're not getting anywhere. It's blocking your growth here, okay? Limiting your growth. So that could be when we work so hard, right, to be seen by the boss, or to get the raise, or to get the promotion, and we're just not getting there. That's going to be for those of you where you're in that situation. This is where the universe is kind of inspiring you towards this change of moving on from a place where you're not going anywhere, you're not getting anywhere, you're not being seen and recognized the way that you should. And some of you have something creative here that the universe is inspiring you to pursue, because it's going to be something that is lucrative. It's going to be something that you can, for some of you, like I said, monetize, maybe even create your own business here. Or it may even be moving you into a space where you could take your career to the next level, maybe even moving into a position of leadership or management, whatever would be appropriate for you. Okay. Could be pursuing a dream that you have, a goal. We've also got Aries and Capricorn energy here. What is the advice for group 3? Grief. We've got anticipation, routine. I'm going to take it in reverse. It's coming out that way, and I feel like it's perfect. Because in a way, to me, this is, and releases at the bottom with direction here. It kind of makes me feel that you could be unhappy right now, maybe with the job, you know, or maybe the way that things have turned out so far, grieving even the loss of something not working out. And there could be waiting, this energy, this anticipation of waiting for something to come in, waiting for something to happen. But for some of you, it might quite literally be the action that needs to happen, right? For us to break up that routine of doing the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out. And for you to kind of break yourself free from that, right? That would be getting out of that devil energy, releasing what does not serve. Okay, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a way of thinking, okay, so that you're able to kind of go about and on your way. Also, this is the 12, which is the Hanged Man, okay. This is helping you to move forward here. And look at those rays that are kind of coming around, surrounding the bird, almost like it's like the intuition that's kind of guiding you. The clouds are kind of opening up here, the sun coming through, illuminating the path before you. Okay. All right, so that is all that I have for you, group 3. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, group 4. So those of you that resonated with Duality Dance and the yellow Aventurine, this is going to be a reading today. So the card says, seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. So this chaos could, of course, be something that you're experiencing internally, but it could also be something that you're experiencing within your environment. I also noticed that this clown is kind of like in this suspended state here. So I want to, we'll see what is coming through with your tarot about this duality dance. Okay, so group 4, duality dance. What is this message about for group 4? We've got the sun, the world, the 4 of Cups, and the Star. The Strength card. There's the Devil. The Death card, and then we got the 2 of Cups at the bottom. Well, there is the harmony within yourself. Okay, now, of course, like I said, this can be something that you are experiencing within yourself, but also outside of yourself. Some of you, this might have to do with a relationship. I am seeing the Ten of Cups here as well. I'm going to actually move this. Both of these are at the bottom. So this could be relationships. There could be a lot of emotions involved here. It could have to do with family, friends, relationships in general. We'll just say that. Okay. Now it looks like there is a situation here that is bothering you. Okay. With this, something that you're not happy with. It could be something that you're thinking a lot about. And I feel like it could be those thoughts and those emotions that are consuming you. We could be obsessing over something, thinking negative about something, because the Eight of Swords can talk about self-limiting beliefs, negative thoughts. It may even be intrusive thoughts that are kind of coming in that we feel like, why can't my mind just be calm and clear? And it's just like one thought after the other. And then we have the Four of Cups energy here, which is a feeling of discontent. It can also be about boredom and the feeling of apathy. We might be feeling really unhappy with a person or a situation, something that's being offered to us even, something that we're rejecting, or it could even be something that we've offered to someone else and they've rejected it. And that is something that we're obsessing over, overthinking, and in our head right now. And so I do feel like this is where Spirit is saying that the ego mind, right, consciousness, our thinking mind, has got us trapped in the feelings and the thoughts surrounding whatever this is. And it could very well be something that you need to regain control over, because our mind, of course, can take us into some not so great places when we're dealing with a situation. Especially when it's one we have no control over, or it's just an unpleasant situation that we're having to deal with in life, you know? And the mind can kind of really not do some great things, right? That just kind of keeps us stuck in that negativity. So the devil energy can be a very limiting and very restrictive energy. It can be one that causes us to obsess and to have an attachment to something, or to, really be holding on to an ego's desire that we might have, and or a fixation on something. And the Strength card is about us having self-control. It's about us controlling the ego. It's about being calm. It's also about compassion and empathy and confidence, and also overcoming our fears, where the devil energy can certainly insert a lot of those fears as well. So I feel like there is certainly something that is being illuminated for you. Perhaps for some of you, if we're feeling unhappiness and happy with inside of ourselves, even with that energy of apathy, it can be hard for us to notice the beauty of things that are surround us. Meaning that if we could be focusing on all the negative things, there could be amazing things that are happening elsewhere, right, in life, that we're overlooking, or that we're dismissing, or that we're ignoring, or that we're not paying attention to because we're distracted by something else or someone else. And the sun is here. It's about joy. It's about happiness. So this could be Spirit's way of showing you that even though everything in life right now might not be exactly perfect or exactly the way that we want it, and there could be certain things, certainly, yes, that do make us feel unhappy, that there are other reasons in life, right, and things that surround us for us to focus our attention and to be more optimistic and to pull ourselves out of, because we all have the capability to, the devil energy is an illusion, right? And when we're kind of fixated on something or someone, or on the negativity, or on fears, or something that we're attached to, it's kind of like we get sucked into that energy and we feel like we can't break free. I can't stop thinking about them. I can't stop thinking about the situation. I can't stop thinking about this. Or we're obsessing over that, thinking negative about this. And all of that could be happening inside of us, right? So with strength, this is where we kind of break free from that trap that the ego, the unhealthy aspect of the ego, kind of keeps us locked into. And this is where we regain control. We're able to calm the fears. We're able to calm the emotions. We're able to let go of that attachment or that bond or that, restrictive energy that is limiting us in the mind or in terms of our emotions. And so this is transforming this. This is bringing this to an end. Maybe this, for some of you, this is healing, a need for healing with inside of the self. This could be bringing something to an end, bringing something to a close, something that's coming to a place of finality or closure, even by releasing our attachment to a person, a situation, to a feeling or emotion. It could even be coming to a place of acceptance or being at peace with something, because the star is also here. Okay, which both of these cards too, the sun and the star, can both be about being more optimistic. The star is about having trust, having faith that everything is going to be okay, even though right now it might not feel like it. And so if I feel like this is where Spirit is kind of wanting you to change the mindset, instead of focusing on the unhappiness and the discontent and the grieving over maybe something from the past, or the negative thinking here, to break ourselves free from that so we have control of our mind again, right? We have control over self again, and we're not allowing a situation, no matter what it is that could be happening, to throw us out of alignment, to take our joy away, to take our happiness away, to take our light away. Okay, so the Death card is about endings. It's about change and transformation. So this could be, if we have shadow aspects of the self that we need to look at, that we need to heal, that we need to get under control, because these shadow parts of ourself can lead us into certain behaviors, making certain choices, to being attached to certain emotions that are not healthy for us, right? And keeping us kind of stuck in that loop. So this could be for you to really pay attention, right? To observe your thoughts, to observe your emotions at this time, and to recognize that these emotions or these thoughts truly do not have power over you. That it is possible for you to break yourself free, to be more self-aware, to be more mindful of the way that we're thinking, the way that we're speaking, the way that we're acting, or even reacting to a person or to a situation that we're having to deal with in our life, right? We can be focusing on other emotions such as joy, happiness, trust, having faith, believing in, in ourself or in people, or, however this situation relates to you. Okay, so this is certainly helping you to find alignment within yourself, not letting a person or a situation take your happiness away or drain from you, I feel like, energetically. So, and I'm seeing the Two of Swords energy here too at the bottom. What is underneath that? The Nine of Swords. Look at that. Some of you might be feeling stuck, confused, indecisive, overthinking, overanalyzing, lots of stress, lots of fear, not able to think clearly. And the Two of Swords is a need for us to balance the mind. We need to find balance in the mind, right? This is kind of taking over here, and this is where we take control back. You are stronger than this, right? You are stronger. Let's see. Why is the Four of Cups here? But the mind can be a very powerful thing, right? And when it takes us into that dark place or the negativity, it can be hard for us to break ourselves out of a certain way of thinking, limiting beliefs or whatever it might be. But you have to know that you can regain control. Okay. It's like, it reminds me of ego captivity, where we're just kind of stuck in that. So you've got Judgment here, the Seven of Swords in reverse. You know, maybe some of you are kind of hung up on a person who's lied, who's been sneaky, who's been deceptive, who's, you know, maybe a person who you thought was your friend. I mean, this could anybody, right? That you've had to deal with in terms of a relationship. The Seven of Swords can be a card about deception. But being that the Seven of Swords is in reverse, this is something that has come out into the open. Okay, meaning that we know what's happened. We know about the betrayal. We know it's been exposed. Something's come to light here. This could be seeing a person for who they really are, seeing them as a person who lied or who betrayed or who cheated or who did something sneaky behind your back or hid something from you or stole something here, you know? And so the Two of Pentacles energy here, we could be kind of going back and forth in our mind over like, how did this happen? Why did this happen? And just like thinking all these things of trying to make sense and understand everything, which of course it's normal, right? For us to want to have those answers. But judgment is also a need for us to make a decision. And for some of you, this could be letting a person go. Right? After something has been revealed to us, the Judgment card is about making a final verdict, a judgment call based off of that information that we've received. So for some of you, it could be meaning to, you know, to look at a situation that you've gone through with a person. And to make a decision about whether or not that person should stay or go, you know, out of your life. If it's something that it's forgivable, if we can move forward with it. And if it's something that we feel like right now, no, I can't overcome this, then that could mean, okay, that's the decision we're making. Maybe it means ending something with someone so that we're not allowing that person to manipulate or to play mind games. And to, again, take away our happiness. Now, for others of you, I see this Seven of Swords in reverse as a need for getting the mind in order, okay? Because we could have a lot of scattered thinking, and it's affecting our ability to make a decision, maybe it's an important choice that we have to make, and we're too afraid. We keep going back and forth over something. We have lots of ideas and lots of plans. Maybe we're trying to rush something, you know, maybe we're feeling rushed to do something, rushed to make some kind of decision, and we could be missing things in that energy. Okay, feeling undecided. Maybe there's a need for us to kind of stop the overthinking and to really listen to what the intuition is telling us in terms of whatever this decision is, instead of making a rushed one, or instead of making an ego-led decision, which might not be the best. Okay, especially if we have some unhealthy, negative thinking and self-sabotaging thoughts or fear-based thinking, and the ego leading us to make decisions like that might not be the best for us, right? So this, maybe for some of you, there is an important decision you have to make, and that decision might be feeling a little chaotic. But if we can be in a place of amidst whatever this is that's chaotic, that's going on in our life, and when we can keep our energy as balanced as we can, even within that chaos. And I feel like I find that being able to kind of find the balance in the chaos is by not trying to control it, right? Sometimes things are crazy that we're dealing with in life, and when we try to control it is when we end up suffering. It's when we end up having difficulty, right, with trying to navigate through the chaos, and we lose ourselves in the process. But when we can say, okay, this is what's happening right now, it's outside of my control, and all the best that you can do is keep your own energy in alignment, right, in balance, even with everything that's going on right now, so that we're able to keep a clear head about ourselves, so that we can continue to stay positive or optimistic or have trust or have faith that whatever this is that's going on, that we're trusting that it's for our highest good, that things are going to play out the way that they're meant to, and sometimes we don't have control over that. Okay. All right, so let's see. Yeah, because even that clown that's hanging there, like I said, in that suspended state, it reminds me of the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is about surrender, right? Surrendering to the chaos. Might not be that we agree with it, but it's what's happening. And sometimes, like I said, it is outside of our control. What is the advice for group number 4? Release, memory, and resistance. Okay, so yeah, maybe some of you are holding on to something. You're resisting something, resisting letting something go, right? We're holding on to it here. The 8 of Swords and the Devil. Maybe it's a memory that's tied into a person, place, or situation. And resisting letting it go. There's a need for release here, right? We have observe at the bottom. So maybe this is the need for you to observe your thoughts, right? This is making me think as this crow is looking at the spider in the web here. And to me, it's kind of like the web that we weave in the mind and how we're kind of stuck in that web. Maybe it's negativity. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's unhappiness. You know, sometimes with the 4 of Cups, and I know this is not all of you, but sometimes with the 4 of Cups energy, this can be when we're kind of feeling sorry for ourselves and kind of being stuck in that mood, that low emotional energy of just feeling low and kind of having, like, it's a card about self-pity, you know? It kind of reminds me of, for those of you that are familiar with Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, to me that's the Eeyore card, the 4 of Cups. It's just really just unhappy and very apathetic. You know, we might just kind of have that perception of just rejecting everything, you know, not being happy with anything. And, you know, that could even be going into dealing with mild depression, you know, sadness because of certain things that haven't worked out in the past. And that could certainly be affecting us, right, mentally, where we remember what's happened in the past. And it feels like, how can I be happy about anything? How can I have faith or have trust? And may have even been something that we've lost because of the experiences that we've gone through, you know? And this is where I feel like Spirit's wanting you to, or stressing the importance of you breaking yourself out of that mindset, that mentality, right? Because otherwise, no matter how many amazing things happen for us in our life, if we're feeling like that, we're not going to be open to it. We're not going to be pleased. We're not going to feel satisfied. It's just, everything is just miserable. Everything makes us unhappy. Everything is awful. Everything is horrible. Right? And it's the mindset that we've got locked into. So maybe for some of you it's a need for reflecting within your shadow and say, okay, I need to change this. I need to stop being so pessimistic, or I need to stop feeling, you know, this way about people, about situations in life, or about self, and really work on transforming that and healing that, restoring balance. Okay. All right. So that is all that I have for you, group 4. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.